In 2014, the agricultural sector accounted for approximately 22% of Ghana's GDP, yet it received less than 4% of total bank lending. Additionally, Ghana faced a high import bill that included many agricultural-related commodities, some of which could be locally produced. One of the key reasons identified for this was insufficient financing to the sector, compounded by the perception that lending to agriculture is a high-risk venture. In response, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, collaborating with the Bank of Ghana and development partners like AGRA, took decisive action to address the issue.
In 2015 February, I had just been appointed the USAID Embedded Advisor to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture under the leadership of Honorable Fifi Kwete, the MP for at that time of Ketu. This was a collaboration between the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and the Bank of Ghana. So a technical team was set up where I co-chaired with my colleague, Mr. Thomas Essel from Bank of Ghana, and had members across Ministry of Food and Agriculture and Bank of Ghana. Some of the members from MOFA were Madam Angela Danson, Mr. Nikwe, Mr. Mauli Aboka, Josephine Kwegrin, and then from Bank of Ghana, we had Dr. Frank Pra, we had Lawrence Kuchano from Bank of Ghana. Later on, we also got Ministry of Finance, also joined the team when we had to provide design. Then also, around that time, the president of AGRA had come to visit Ghana, and in cordial bilateral discussions with the president of the by Honorable Fifi Kwete, the president of AGRA had indicated that they were more than willing to support such an initiative. And that gave birth to GIRSAL.
Ghana Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending was established as a wholly owned entity of the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Finance following its transfer from the Bank of Ghana, which had initially played a key role in its creation. Its establishment was supported by financial contributions from the Bank of Ghana and a $13.6 million seed funding from the Ministry of Finance obtained through a loan from the African Development Bank. GIRSAL was subsequently registered as a limited liability non-bank financial institution to offer innovative risk-sharing solutions and promote increased lending to the agricultural sector.
GIRSAL, in my view, has achieved a lot. I mean, clearly, GIRSAL cannot be the panacea for all that bedevils agricultural finance in this country. We take the position, and as a former CEO of GIRSAL, that for agricultural finance to be effective, all the stars have to be aligned. That is, there should be good technical support. The environment should be business-friendly. The regulatory bodies should also be up to speed and ensure that they work in a more what I call positive way than looking for faults, and then helping businesses to comply with regulatory issues, both local and abroad.
GIRSAL's mandate is centered around three key areas. Number one, reducing the risks involved in agricultural financing by developing strategies and measures that make the lending to agribusinesses less risky. Number two, stimulating increased lending to the agri sector by encouraging, incentivizing, and supporting the financial institutions to provide more loans and financial support to agribusinesses. And the third is to improve the lending environment for agriculture. And we do this by tackling the issues and other obstacles that make the lending difficult or unattractive for financial institutions.
In the past 5 years of operation, GIRSAL has made significant progress in transforming Ghana's agricultural finance landscape through its credit risk guarantee scheme. The scheme offers credit risk guarantees to partner financial institutions covering up to 70% of the default risk on the principal of agribusiness loans.
The other thing to look at is what has been the impact. You can measure impact in so many ways. You can look at impact from how much of loans have the banks submitted GIRSAL for appraisal. If my mind says right, GIRSAL has received close to over 3 billion worth of loans over the last 5 years. GIRSAL has leverage of close to over 1.2 billion cedis worth of loans. GIRSAL successfully also kept its payouts, or what they call non-performing loans at low level, which best responded to the relationship between GIRSAL and its partnering financial institutions to ensure that projects that are financed have been properly assessed. And that's a testimony. And that falls within the technical assistance pillar, of which the idea is to build the capacity of GIRSAL and the bank staff to assess projects well.
GIRSAL's Credit Risk Guarantee Scheme provides the financial institutions with an added incentive and comfort to be able to lend to agribusinesses. This scheme makes it possible for banks to offer loans with better terms, better interest rates, extended loan tenors, and loan structures that better align with the borrower's operating cycles. The uptake for this scheme has been very encouraging. GIRSAL has signed on 35 financial institutions. This includes commercial banks, non-banking financial institutions, microfinance companies, and rural and community banks. We have recorded a year-on-year growth in the values of GIRSAL guaranteed loans since we began in 2009. Our partner banks have extended over 1.2 billion Ghana cedis in GIRSAL guarantee loans to more than 137 agribusinesses across Ghana. The impact of these loans goes far beyond these borrowers. These loans have indirectly financed and supported the livelihoods of over 28,000 outgrower farmers and farm-related workers who are connected to the borrowers. The loans have also directly and indirectly created and sustained almost 3,000 jobs in the various agricultural value chains. We have also observed an average reduction in the interest rate margin by approximately 0.45% on the GIRSAL guaranteed loans. And we estimate that this has saved the borrowers at least 1.3 million Ghana cedis in interest payments. In addition to that, the beneficiary agribusinesses have generated export revenues in excess of $25 million in the last 5 years.
Today, if you walk to a number of banks, and I can mention some off my head, ADB, EcoBank, ABSA, Fidelity, GCB, CBG, Republic Bank, Access Bank, and a number of also SNL Advanced, and all of so. Anything agriculture, the first word that comes to our lips of any senior president will be, have you gone to GIRSAL for them to assess the technical and financial viability of the project? That for me speaks volumes.
In terms of portfolio, before we started dealing with GIRSAL, I think we just had about 1 or 2 transactions on our portfolio. They were not doing too well. But with GIRSAL, I think right now we have a lot. And they are huge transactions. These are not small, they are huge. When I say these are massive transactions, and it's going well so far. So it has really increased our portfolio.
When any business comes to us, especially agribusinesses, and they are looking to raise funding, we then approach GIRSAL. And GIRSAL gives us that support. The support is, the name is saying guarantee, but it's actually beyond guarantee. Apart from guaranteeing anyone who would put his money into an agribusiness the comfort of getting your money back, they actually would help you to understand the business and how you can make it more viable.
Credit guarantee scheme has enabled us become more inclusive in our approach to lending, especially for the smallholder farmers and the companies that have these outgrower schemes or value chains that feed into them, because many of them hitherto wouldn't have been able to secure adequately their borrowing from the bank.
GIRSAL provides technical advisory services to complement credit guarantees and enhance the overall effectiveness of agricultural lending. These services are designed to strengthen financial institutions' capacity in critical areas of agricultural lending, including loan application assessment, loan monitoring, and developing robust internal systems for lending and portfolio management.
During the inception of GIRSAL in 2019, it was noted that the apparent perception of agriculture as a risky sector to lend to by financial institutions was because most financial institutions do not have adequate knowledge and understanding of the sector. GIRSAL therefore developed a technical and advisory service pillar, which seeks to build the capacity of our partner financial institutions. With funding support from AGRA and later Development Bank Ghana, we collaborated with the National Banking College to design and roll out a training program dubbed Agriculture and Agribusiness Lending Course for financial institution staff. The two-module training seeks to strengthen the capacity of the FI staff to assess and structure agribusiness loan application more appropriately. Since the inception of the program in August 2020, to date, 659 mid-level staff have participated in 14 training cohorts at the National Banking College.
National Banking College was established to develop the country through financing. When it comes to training the financial institutions, the aim is to ensure that the economy as a whole will develop. We were very much happy when GIRSAL brought it, that there's the need or they are going to train the agricultural sector. So we decided to collaborate with them because one of our objectives is to develop the nation. So if you are developing through agriculture, why not?
GIRSAL support in terms of training, in terms of capacity building has expanded the horizon. Today, in my bank, for instance, there are people who have been trained by GIRSAL who have full appreciation of agriculture or agribusiness in Ghana. And as you may be aware, agri contributes a significant portion of our GDP. And as a result, we need to really channel in a lot of capital to be able to expand what we do in agriculture. Yes, so the impact has been very, very big.
We've partnered with GIRSAL to, as a bank, myself, my deputy managing director, the credit team, some other senior staff, colleagues of the bank have benefited on a travel tour with GIRSAL. And the whole idea of these travel tours is for us as a bank to understand what others are doing in other jurisdictions.
The collaboration between us, a bank, and GIRSAL has helped in developing our staff. We are able to get our staff to get onto trainings which gives them insight into how agribusinesses run, how they start, how they operate, and over the years, their life cycles, so that they are able to structure transactions that would meet their need.
As part of the information resources provided to complement its other services, GIRSAL offers a web-based agriculture and agribusiness finance knowledge platform. This innovative platform supports financial institution staff by providing essential information resources, including 33 detailed agricultural commodity fact sheets, benchmark data, market trends, value chain insights, and other valuable information to aid in effective lending decisions. GIRSAL's technical advisory services offer targeted support to financial institutions to enhance internal agricultural lending systems through tailored policies, staffing strategies, procedures, and capacity building programs. One such initiative is GIRSAL's partnership with Rabobank, through which we are leveraging Rabobank's global experience in agriculture financing and GIRSAL's local insights to streamline agricultural loan processes and improve the volume and quality of agricultural financing, better positioning financial institutions to serve Ghana's diverse agricultural sector.
Rabo International is Rabobank is the biggest agribusiness bank in Europe, and GIRSAL has partnered Rabobank to join this project of ours so that we'll set up an agribusiness unit.
GIRSAL recognizes that agricultural financing is most effective when supported by a conducive environment and favorable policies that enable stakeholders to operate efficiently. To this end, GIRSAL has established a policy and advocacy initiative to collaborate with industry stakeholders in creating an environment where agribusinesses can thrive. A key aspect of this initiative is creating a coalition of agribusiness associations, financial institutions, and other relevant organizations to advocate for sustainable policies and provide a platform for stakeholders to shape a supportive environment for agricultural growth. GIRSAL is also supporting horticultural exporters in engagements towards addressing management issues at the fruit export terminal at Tema Port, and conducting a feasibility study on investments in rubber derivatives to provide insights on market potential and risks to inform policy. GIRSAL's Value Chain Development Initiative is part of the company's 5-year strategic plan to support and develop export-oriented value chains and increase local production of import substitutes. This initiative targets commodities such as chili pepper, cashew, rubber, rice, and poultry. It aims to boost foreign exchange earnings and promote value addition in non-traditional export commodities. Under the initiative, GIRSAL initiated a pilot project in 2023 using innovative shade net technology to cultivate bird's eye chili pepper, a high-demand variety in the European Union. Shade net technology helps control growing conditions, reduce weather-related risks, and improve yield quality.
Our aim is that in the next 5 years, we should be producing about 300 hectares that can generate about $50 million into this country.
The project aims to validate the business case for net house chili production for export, determine precise costs and revenues per hectare, develop a comprehensive blueprint for financiers and agribusinesses, and facilitate market linkages. This initiative also aims to promote production, attract more financing, and export more chili pepper to take advantage of the opportunity and earn more foreign exchange, paving the way for similar successes in other high-value crops. In 2021, GIRSAL launched the Excellence Award Scheme to recognize and celebrate the efforts of financial institutions and other agricultural lending support service providers for their contributions to increasing lending to the agriculture sector. Several banks, including Fidelity Bank, ABSA, CBG, GCB, EcoBank, and Advanced Savings and Loans, as well as training facilitators in agricultural finance, have been recognized for their contributions over the years. While GIRSAL primarily works with banks, its ultimate impact is on agribusinesses by facilitating access to essential capital and deriving lending across all value chains. GIRSAL also provides technical assistance to ensure agribusinesses effectively use loan facilities for expansion and adopting new technologies, offering ongoing monitoring and recommendations to support sustainable growth.
With ABSA Daroma, it's a brand new tractor. I mean, it's me expanding a business, you know. Yeah, but from up to 25 acres, say I rise back to 80 acres. That's how I employ in Crawford. It's like 45 acres. A move and my 20, my 25. Secondly, so almost time my technical assistance. I'm a team of agronomists that I back from time to time to check up on us, to advise us on what to do. In fact, I improve your yield.
I've benefited from GIRSAL a lot. If I should mention everything, apart from the guarantee scheme, they give us a lot of advice, not only at the production level, they even follow us to the farm level, tell us certain things to advise us on certain things to do on the farm, which have actually improved what we are doing already. And also when we come to the processing itself, the type of documentations that they recommend that we do, it helps us to monitor our production better than we were doing before.
Busum bia na wiye technical team no eba ha esane se omakoye partnership amarans boot nti omba ha omoba didi kan bi ti se e biosecurity esane se nkokwa yenye wo ha no isi aye wo layers be 98,000 and ya wo broilers 30,000 aye wa enti se wo hwe nkokwa dodo e wa ha na se nam 120 something thousand layers and broilers onye nkokwa sei na biosecurity udidi agora ade bi efre no bird flu gumboro ni ade ebetima chew eche osususu a esan se nkukon do asunti no emu 20,000 30,000 de ombeko but guess a technical team ta ba hanti no ama ye biosecurity no ye wo mu ahoden pa ye nsuro.
We have a situation in Ghana where banks are unable to finance the agricultural risk simply because it's of a long-term nature. So between the commercial bank, which was CBG, and the Development Bank, which was giving us long-term financing. Without GIRSAL, the puzzle would not have been completed. So GIRSAL came in with deep knowledge of agriculture and agricultural financing, and that gave them the confidence to put in the guarantee. And effectively, the Development Bank was able to provide a long-term financing, onward lending to CBG, which was our lender in this transaction. So without GIRSAL, the puzzle would not have been complete. We could not have accessed the funds. We've received several recommendations from GIRSAL. Plant spacing is one, type of fertilizer to use is the other, the times to fertilize, etc., etc. I can't list all of them, but to achieve 4.5 tons per acre could not have happened without GIRSAL.
When we submitted our BP to GCB PLC, they looked at it and then they informed us that there is GIRSAL that can guarantee the loan for us. So if we could, as a company, meet the requirements of GIRSAL, then they would be comfortable to provide us with a loan. We then contacted GIRSAL. They did a lot of discussions with us, telephone, field visits, technical assistance, even to the extent that they tweeted our BP for us. And finally, they decided that they were going to guarantee 50% of the loan that GCB was going to give us. So when we got that green light from GIRSAL, GCB was more than happy to give us the loan.
GIRSAL's commitment to strengthening Ghana's agricultural sector is reflected in its strategic partnerships, particularly with the Development Bank Ghana. This collaboration aims to boost lending to agribusinesses, advancing Ghana's objectives of food security, import substitution, and increased foreign exchange earnings by providing much-needed patient capital for the sector.
The real impact as a development bank is the success of the project. So any project that we are embarking on, that GIRSAL gives us the comfort that it will be successful. It gives us the confidence to enter into that project knowing that our funds will be put to good use and the impact that we will make will actually be significant. So this is our first rise value chain. I must say that had it not been the support of GIRSAL that is given to all of us in the value chain, or all the stakeholders in the process, it will probably not have materialized.
In the next 5 years, I expect GIRSAL's guarantee scheme to evolve. I expect it to be able to target the higher risk projects and large-scale initiatives within specific value chains. This type of shift will allow us to concentrate our resources on areas where our intervention is needed the most. Because as financial institutions deepen their understanding of the agri sector, their confidence will grow, their appetite for lending will also grow, and their needs for credit guarantees may reduce. As a result, I believe that GIRSAL will then focus more on delivering specialized technical services that leverage the expertise that we have.